Hey guys, we have the update for this week's Legends, I guess, Banner Palooza going on right now. Well, pretty much since the end of the year. LF Kid BUU is coming! Yay! So it actually was, the hint yesterday was the Vegeta, you are number one, that kind of thing. So it ends up being the end of the Majin Buu saga is pretty much what this is. And we get our second ever villain LF. I guess I wouldn't technically count Broly as a villain. But first was Frieza, now we have Kid BUU, so that's cool. I'm always down for more villain characters getting some representation here. Kid BUU has the third highest stats in the game, obviously not counting Zenkai's. And now we have the full top row here, all Zenkai characters, not Zenkai, all Legends Limited characters, as it should be. I guess technically so. We're going to go ahead and jump in. I have Kid BUU pulled up here. We're going to go through him first. I have him set to 6 stars, and I have Champa pulled up as a reference for him because Kid BUU is a range type unit. He also saw a powerful opponent and a regen, obviously Majin Buu saga. So we'll see how he stacks up here. So his strike attack is 208, blast is 223 versus 198, 216. So obviously quite a bit higher than Champa there, as it should be. And then he's 141 to both defenses and 2.11 million health, so all around he's just better stats than Champa, which is to be expected because he's a Legends Limited unit, so that's fine. Alright, here we go. Oh, this is pretty long. The main ability is Wicked Majin. Draw the Ultimate Arts card Destruction Blaster next. Restores health by 40% and ki by 30. Seals enemy strike arts cards. The sealed arts cards can be used for 5 counts. Only 5, okay, and then he cancels enemy attribute upgrades. It's not like a crazy main ability. Obviously 40% healing is actually pretty good, and then he gets at least enough ki to use his ultimate with 10 left over. Sealing strike arts on the main ability is a little bit awkward because a main ability is not really something you want to use defensively. It's more so a way to, stop time to what your opponent is doing, but then setting yourself up to be offensive. So the fact that he has, cancels attribute upgrades. Actually, no, cancels enemy attribute upgrades is good. But the fact that he has sealing in his main ability is a little bit weird, I think. This is obviously very good, canceling attribute upgrades. Unique ability number 1 is Unfathomable Evil. This is a pretty long unique ability. 25% of damage inflicted against Saiyan or Regen. That makes sense because he fought Fat Buu. Cannot be cancelled, and then applies the following effects itself once battle starts. 90% damage inflicted, okay. Reduces damage received by 30%, and then he nullifies abnormal conditions for 60 counts, which is fairly long. That's honestly, 60 counts is like most of the fight. The following effects occur every 4 timer counts while this character is on the battlefield. Restores ki by 30. Inflicts enemy with attribute downgrade, plus 20% of damage received for 15 counts. That's interesting. It's hard to evaluate that. 4 count. I really have to time that myself, in a battle. How often does 4 timer counts elapse? It's every 2 cards. If you're doing like a charge, because he's a blast oriented unit, right? He's a range type, and I'm assuming he holds 2 blasts. Yeah, he does. So, assuming that this guy's going to be charge stepping every single time he does a blast card, how many blast cards does it take for him to get the 4 timer counts elapsed? I think it's probably 2. Maybe it's 2.5. Maybe it's not quite 3, but 2.5. So I would say in an ordinary combo, he's going to be able to proc this twice. Which is actually pretty good, because he's getting 60 ki back in that combo. I assume that he's not getting card draw speed because of this. There's no way to give him card draw speed and this effect, because this effect would just be too good. But this is a really good, obviously a really good unique ability right here. Second unique is Unpredictable Movements. Applies the following effects itself when this character enters the battlefield, evades an enemy attack with a vanishing step. So after he dodges, he randomly draws 1 new card, move 3 or fewer cards, and he gets 50% of vanishing gauge recovery for 10 timer counts. So, kind of reminiscent of this guy. Let me see if I can pull him up. This site's a little bit laggy right now. Let's go to Transform. Yeah, restores own vanishing gauge by 60%. This is a little bit different. This restores his actual vanishing gauge by 60%, whereas this is vanishing gauge recovery. So he doesn't instantly get half of his vanishing gauge recovered. It's just the rate at which he recovers his vanishing gauge is increased by 50% for 10 counts, which is obviously not as good as if he had just recovered the actual gauge straight out, but it's still really good. 50% recovery is decent, because if you get a perfect vanish, and then you continue attacking the enemy, at the end of the combo, you're pretty much going to have your Vanish Gauge restored. And then the following effects occur when an enemy switches characters while this character is on the battlefield. Draws a green card, activates once, inflicts all enemy with 2 sub-counts, and then minus 20% health restoration for 15 counts. Okay, so this one was crazy good. This first unique ability was really good. It was looking pretty promising. And then this one was kind of like, eh. This one's situational. It depends on how good his green card is. Let's go take a look at his green card right now. Nap time, restores own health by 15%. That's actually really good. Own vanishing gauge by 60% 4 times. Okay. That's really good. Oh, okay. This green card is like absurd. Yeah, this is a really good green card. He gets card draw speed, but granted, it's only for 10 counts. Huh. By the way, this is stackable. This card draw speed buff is stackable. If you can find a reliable way, let me actually pull up regen real quick. If you can find a reliable way to get this guy green cards, I mean, green Gohan, funny enough, does generate a lot of green cards. If you can find like a decently reliable way to get this guy green cards, like, he's gonna be absolutely ridiculous. This is just ridiculous. Like, who made this? What? This is like the best green card or something. Like, this is ridiculous. Regular strike card, blast is blast arts cost down. -3 to own blast arts cost for 15 counts. Doesn't 21 have that? Or somebody has that I was looking at before. This 21, does she have that? No, somebody had that. I don't remember who it was. Unless I'm wrong, somebody had this effect, and it's actually really good. Special move is the Kamehameha, deals massive, which is good. Randomly applies 1 to 3 of the following effects to self-pun activation. What? Oh, okay, so this this actually works very similarly to how the original Kid Buu's green card worked. Because, yeah, like, it's actually the same effect. So he gets 15% for 10 counts, and then the same thing as this guy. 15% for 10 counts. So he can either apply 1, 2, or all 3 effects at once. So upon activation means he could be getting up to 45% damage increased upon activation. Because, again, either one of these is going to activate, 2 or all 3 will. It's actually really good. We went over this. This is honestly the best part about this entire character to me is this. And then the ultimate is massive. 50% ultimate damage inflicted for 3 counts, and then he nullifies endurance and then blast armor. Okay, so that's pretty typical, but it's powerful. And then he holds 2 blasts. One of them has blast card, which inflicts enemy with attribute downgrade, sustained damage up. I think that's for 10 counts. Maybe it's 10 or 15. Alright, and then regen gets blast attack and defense up at 2 stars. 3 stars he picks up a powerful opponent. Okay. And then 6 stars he picks up... Wow, he picks up an extra buff to regen. So blast attack and defense and strike attack to regen. That's crazy. 6 stars, yeah, that's really, really good. This is an interesting unit. I don't think they made him busted by any means, just because he doesn't have unconditional card draw. Like this is actually what they should have done to Gogeta. Like, I'm gonna pull up Gogeta right now, and we're gonna be going back to Gogeta every single time there's an LF now. Like, there's nowhere in this kit where he gets card draw speed. Not a single place. Like, this green card doesn't give one. This doesn't give him any. Nothing over here about card draw. There's nothing with card draw speed anywhere in this guy's kit. But for Kid Buu, they specifically left out card draw speed from his unique abilities, which is fine, right? Doesn't have to be included with his unique abilities. But they gave it to him in his green card, which you can draw once by his second unique ability. So indirectly, they are giving it to him through his unique ability, but it's in a way that doesn't make it oppressive, which I think is really good. So I think this guy is actually designed fairly well. I like the design choice they went for LF Kid Buu. Okay, so let me just delete some of these tabs real quick. Next we have Vegeta. This is the base form Angel Vegeta from when Goku was fighting Kid Buu. He is a support type, so his stats are going to suffer as a result of that, unfortunately. At 6 stars, he only has 193,000 strike, 196,000 blast, 135,000 strike, and 137,000 blast defense. So his stats really aren't that good. If you take a look at the actual overall list, he's all the way down here, right next to like the red Kid BUU that came out, you know, over a year ago. So, but that's just a product of him being a support type unit, which is it's not his fault. Oh boy, this is long too. Okay. Main ability is Undying Defiance, restores ally health by 25%. Nullifies own unfavorable element factor for 30 counts. Okay. And then we get inflicts all enemies with attribute downgrade minus 50% of health restoration for 60 counts, which is obviously meant to be used against Kid BUU here. And he shortens ally subcount by 5. Okay. Yeah, this is like a cookie cutter support main ability. The only thing it doesn't do is give damage. But I mean, reducing subcount and healing is like what you would expect to see out of a support main ability, but it's good. I mean, this is an extra added bonus to the nullify element factor. So if you're fighting like a powerful red unit, like, I don't know, let's say you're fighting this Frieza, who's actually really good. To be honest, I mean, Gohan is the main red unit you're going to be fighting against, but even if you nullify element factor and this Gohan hits you with a blast card, this Vegeta's going to die, so it doesn't matter. But like if you're fighting that Frieza or any other decent red unit right now, that's a good thing to have. First unique is Stalling for Hope, reduces damage received from tag regen or tag powerful opponent by 20%. Again, I don't really like these 20% damage reduction things because his defenses are already bad. Well, not bad, but they're not great. And I think giving him just 20% it's not really going to accomplish much there. Applies the following effects to this character, or sorry, to allies when this character is switched to standby. Okay, so he restores health by 10%, activates 3 times. Why do they limit that? Like, what? Hold on, let me pull up a character that's rather good, if I can even find him. You guys know who I'm looking for. I'm looking for... Okay, we'll just filter. Looking for Vados. Vados also restores allied tag God Key or tag Rival Universe by 10%. This is unlimited. There's no, limit on how many times that can activate. But they give Vegeta the limited 3 times. I mean, I guess it makes sense because Vados' effect is limited to just 2 tags, whereas Vegeta's is limited to no tags. So that's the trade-off there, I guess. Restores key by 50. That's really good. 50 key on switching out, just for every single character. Like, that's really good. 30% damage is also really good, and then nullifies character Goku attribute downgrades for 10 timer count. So you clearly meant to be running this guy with the Goku. Shortens allied tag Saiyan or Vegeta family subcount by 1 every time when hit with an enemy strike or blast cost. Wow, that's really good. Okay, I like that. I like that a lot, actually. I feel like that's an interesting thing that they did here. So this sort of works like Champa then. Actually, I already have him pulled out, don't I? Yeah, Champa has that same thing. Shortens allied tag God Key or Rival Universe by 1 when hit with an enemy striker blast arts. It's the same exact thing. Yeah. For Saiyans? Okay. Then the second unique ability is the Princess Tenacity. Reduces enemy key by 50 when changing cover. Wow, that 50 is a lot. And then apply the following effects itself when character enters the battlefield. 60% damage. And then reduces damage received by... Oh, okay, that's why they did this. I see now. So he just gets 30% damage reduction. Plus dude, this is like shades of full power Frieza. He reduces the key. He takes 50% less damage when he switches in against certain tags, 30% just generally. Increases damage inflicted according to the number of timer counts elapsed with current character up to 60%, up to 60% damage. Effect resets after character switch. He seems really good to me. He seems like a Saiyan Vados, like a Saiyan version of Vados, but I would probably say Vados looks better to me just because she has card draw speed, and that just always makes you way better. But this guy definitely seems really good. I like the subcount reduction. I like the healing that he provides, and then 50 key is a lot. And then this also. He's good. He is good. Special move is the Dynamic Throw. Deals major explode damage, and then inflicts enemy that would downgrade at -1 to arch card draw speed for 15 counts. So that's actually pretty annoying. -1 to card draw speed is pretty annoying. The green card is you are number 1, 20% of damage inflicted by outpush for 20 counts. Destroys all of your own cards and randomly draws 4 new ones. Cancels own attribute downgrades. This is very similar to Demon King Piccolo. Basically reloads your hand. And then he holds Strike Key Recovery up. Strike cards with plus 30% own key recovery for 10 counts. And then same thing with the Blast. Those are actually really good. I think that's the first time we ever saw that. The key recovery effects on those are really good. Saiyan defense or Vegeta family, and then both defenses for both tags. Yeah, this guy's good. I like him. I like the design choices they made for this guy. I feel like he's not going to be like super good. He's going to be one of those characters that you obviously use in the background because he's a support unit, but I like him. Next we have Ultimate Gohan Absorbed BUU. Now this guy, I can actually push him to 14 because this guy's actually free. He's a Rising Battle unit. So the last Rising Battle unit we got was Coat Vegeta. So it hasn't been that long ago, but I'm glad to see that they're starting to push out more of these Rising Battles because it's actually content and stuff to do. And he's free, so everyone can get him. So 14 stars, he's ranged unit. Again, 239,000 blast is actually really good. Defenses are looking pretty solid too. And let's see what he does. So the first main ability is, or sorry, the only main ability is go on with your silly fusion, it won't matter. Gradually restores own health each time count for 40 counts. Changes own strike arts cards to blast cards, which is good because yes, obviously it's going to be doing a lot more blast damage. 50% to the next blast arts damage inflicted, and then 50% to the next special move arts. So 50% to the next blue card damage. It's not really crazy good. I mean, it only takes 5 counts for you to activate that, but first unique is Ultimate Majin Power. Applies the following effects to self every time this character uses a strike or blast arts card. Wow, first key by 10, 15% of blast damage inflicted up to 150, and then he wow. Okay, hold on. This is a really good unique. Yeah. So this lasts forever. He gets 15% of blast damage every time he uses an arts card that's a strike or a blast card, and it just lasts forever. He gets 10 key back, and he draws a card. Oh, it only activates 3 times though. Okay, yeah, it only activates 3 times. I missed that. I still think this is really good. This is a really good unique ability, even though it doesn't look like, it's not like, you know, compare this length of a unique ability to this. Like, this is obviously not as impressive looking, but like it actually is pretty good. Second unique ability is I'll kill you soon enough. Applies the following effects to self when from battle start for 50 counts. Oh boy. So he's timed. 60% damage inflicted, 40% of key recovery, and then nullifies attribute downgrades. I mean, it's okay. 60% of damage inflicted is okay. I mean, if you get this stacked up all the way up, with this still active, I mean, you have what, 210% to blast damage or something? That's so ridiculous. I mean, he has potential. He's not super duper good, but he's not bad at all. Just normal cards there. Special move is the Mystic Shooter. Major slice damage, and then 40% of blast damage inflicted for 10 counts upon activation. Okay, that's actually really good. The Barrier. Okay, he has the Barrier. Nullify enemy attacks, excluding certain moves like Rising Rush. Knocks enemy back to long range. Restores key by 30, and then 20% of blast damage for 10 counts. Okay. And then it's the same as the green one where you can combo with Strike, Blast, or Blue card. He holds 1 Strike, 1 Blast. And he buffs purple or blue? He doesn't buff a tag, he buffs colors? Okay. So 14 stars, which is what you should be getting him to. Purple or blue, strike and blast attack. Interesting. I don't know if I like that, but okay, whatever. He seems interesting. Obviously his unique abilities are very short, but I feel like he can actually do pretty well. So it'll be interesting to see what that when he comes out. I believe he comes out on the 20th, but we'll take a look at the banner real quick. By the way, Zenkai 18 banner is coming back. I'm telling you right now, without even looking at the step-up banner, I'm not even going to look at it yet. I am telling you 100% guaranteed this is a better investment. Zenkai 18, just do it. It's, I don't care. I mean, obviously, if you like Kid Buu or you like Vegeta, like obviously it's much more fun to get new units. But if you want to be competitive, I'm telling you right now, just do this. It's way more value for your crystals than summoning on this banner. Anyway, here it is, the Majin Despair. Actually, I'll put the ticket banner as well. Tickets. Let's go. Oh yeah, this question mark ticket became a guaranteed sparking ticket for this banner, so whatever. It's pretty cool. Hopefully it's not the same one. It is. It's the same. Oh, but they added a lot. Oh no, wait, what? Oh, these are normal tickets, sorry. These are the sparking tickets. Yeah, they kept it the same way as the old one. Okay, fine. The actual banner itself, so we have UI Goku, Majin Vegeta, Super Saiyan 3 Goku, Super Vegito, and Kid Buu as the LFs. Kid Buu has a 0.5% rate. The sparkings that are featured on the banner who have a 1% drop rate, Vado Champa and Cell. That's really good. And then obviously the new Vegeta I think is pretty good. Turles is probably by far the worst featured normal sparking on the banner. I mean, this is actually a pretty decent banner, honestly. I mean, Vados and Champa are still really good. Cell is still amazing, obviously. And then the new Vegeta, I would say, is really good. Very, very long staying power, I think, with the Saiyan team. So he's going to be future-proof. Seems good. I would say this is one of the better banners we've seen in a while, to be honest. Even like the unfeatured units, some of them are pretty decent. I mean, Metal Cooler's on here, Green Goku Black's in here, the two Goku and Trunks units are here. The LFs, like UI Goku is one of the better LFs in the game, easily. This guy's probably going to be getting a Zenkai soon, maybe Vegito too. But yeah, the banner's pretty good. If you want to summon, go ahead. I'm not going to say don't, but I would say, again, prioritize Zenkai 18 before you go into that one. What else we got? So new events coming back. I think we have the Gogeta Super Fusion Reborn thing coming back. Should be coming back today, actually. Comes back today, which is good. Then we have a raid coming out on the 20th versus Vegeta. It's going to be, I assume, like all the other raids we've had. Then we're going to have the Rising Battle versus Gohan. Is this 50 stages? Yep. So make sure you farm him up when he comes out on the 20th. And I believe we have one equip, which is a Kid Buu equip. So it's regen. I assume you get this through the Rising Battle event? Probably, right? Let's just see. 45? No? 40? I don't know where you get this. Oh, actually, no, it's probably PvP. It's probably PvP because there's no like how to get thing here. But it's all regen, so a lot of characters. Look how many characters have access to this equip. It's pretty expansive roster. Blast attack, blast defense, and then damage to Sun family or damage to Vegeta family. It's okay. I wouldn't say it's really worth it. You're gonna farm it up from playing PvP passively anyway, so you might as well just take what you can get. It's not anything crazy, but other than that, we will go ahead and play the previews on Twitter because they did not post these in time for me to make a separate video about them. But let's go ahead and see what these characters look like. We'll start with Vegeta, and then we'll go to Kid Buu, and then we'll wrap the video up. That's it. That's the entire preview. By the way, this windscreen is literally just Majin Vegeta's windscreen, just zoomed in. If you finish somebody with Vegeta untransformed, and this is the same windscreen. It's just zoomed in a little bit. All right, so Kid Buu. I like the reforming at the end. It's pretty cool. But like the actual, like, was he just blow up the planet? It doesn't even show the planet getting blown up. Whatever. Pretty cool. Let me know down below what you think about the actual animations, as well as the new characters coming. I will be doing a summoning video, probably not going to do a stream. And hope you guys enjoyed. We'll see you all in the next one.